Long ago, in a time of divine wonders, a faithful woman named Manoah fervently prayed for a child. She had been unable to have children, and her heart was heavy. One miraculous day, an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah and her husband. The angel brought astonishing news. Manoah would bear a son, a gift from God. This son would be extraordinary. He would possess immense strength. He would rise as a leader among his people. The angel gave them divine instructions. Their son would be a Nazirite, dedicated to God from birth. A Nazirite had to follow sacred rules. He couldn't cut his hair. He couldn't drink wine. He would be set apart for a divine purpose. Manoah and her husband were overwhelmed with joy. They praised God for this miraculous blessing. They eagerly awaited the arrival of their divine gift. Manoah and her husband named their son Samson. Samson grew strong and healthy, a testament to God's promise. God blessed him with incredible strength. This strength was a divine gift, a sign of God's power. Samson was destined for greatness. He would face many challenges and make mistakes, but through it all, God's presence would be with him. Samson's life would be a testament to God's power and love. His story would inspire generations to come, a tale of faith, strength, and divine purpose. As Samson grew, so did his incredible strength. It was clear he was no ordinary man. He performed awe-inspiring feats. Once, a lion attacked Samson. With his bare hands, he bravely killed the fearsome beast. His strength was legendary. Another time, Samson courageously faced an entire army alone. They were Philistines, enemies of Israel. Armed with only the jawbone of a donkey, Samson fought valiantly. He defeated 1,000 Philistine soldiers that day. Samson's strength and determination amazed everyone. They whispered tales of his might. He became a beacon of hope for the Israelites. They saw in him a deliverer from their enemies, but Samson's strength was a double-edged sword. It made him confident, perhaps too confident. It led to pride and recklessness. Samson's great strength would also be his greatest challenge. Samson had a weakness for women, especially Philistine women. He fell in love with a woman named Delilah. She was beautiful but deceitful. The Philistine leaders bribed Delilah. They wanted to know the secret of Samson's strength. Delilah questioned Samson relentlessly. She begged him to tell her his secret. Worn down by her pleas, Samson finally gave in. He confessed that his strength came from his hair. It had never been cut, as per his Nazirite vow. This was a grave mistake. Delilah betrayed Samson. She waited until he was asleep. Then she cut off his hair. Samson's strength vanished. The Philistines captured him easily. They blinded him and threw him in prison. Samson had fallen from grace. His immense physical strength could not protect him from his own desires. But in his darkest moments, Samson found a new strength. He realized that true strength comes from within and from faith. Samson's story is a powerful reminder that even in our weakest moments, we can find the strength to rise again. Blinded and imprisoned, Samson seemed finished, but his story wasn't over. One day, the Philistines held a great festival. They brought Samson out to mock him. They thought he was powerless. As Samson stood in the temple, he prayed to God. He asked for forgiveness. He asked for one last chance to fight for his people. God answered his prayer. Samson's hair had grown back. His strength returned. With all his might, Samson pushed against the pillars of the temple. The building shook violently. It collapsed, crushing Samson and the Philistines within. In his death, Samson achieved a final victory. He delivered his people from their enemies. He showed that even in our darkest hour, God can use us for good. Samson's story is a powerful one. It reminds us that everyone makes mistakes, but it also teaches us about forgiveness, redemption, and the importance of staying true to our faith. Even in his final moments, Samson found strength in God. He used his remaining strength to fulfill his purpose. His story continues to inspire us today.